fourth segment time. Alright, Phil's been bothering me about this hole. Okay. So, alright, let me share my screen, because I saw this video of this guy. He was actually on... Not this guy.
Yeah, it's this guy. Let's see this clip.
This guy. He was... So this guy was on, Outrageous Acts of Science. Remember him? Like from the very first episode?
Oh, this guy was the bunker guy, yeah. Built an underground bunker in his backyard.
Well, okay, so yeah.
Secret, like... Yeah.
So, he's digging a hole.
Today!
He's digging a hole in his...
He's been on there like twice.
What?
He's been on there like twice.
Yeah, this is the second time watching this video. So, he's digging this hole in the floor of his shop. And it just reminds me of... let's just fast forward here to, like, where it is now. I don't want to watch your ad!
Yes.
Look at this guy.
It's gonna have an ad.
There we go. Oh my god, another ad. What the heck is this? Is this like people are connected on their stuff? Wait, skip. Whatever. Okay, blah, 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 blah. I want to see the end product here. Come on.
No, stop. I want to see this huge hole.
Right, so this is...
It's a long ladder. How does he get air down there? Or does he not? Oh, is he not to that point yet?
I don't think...
Oh, no, he's not to that point. Never mind.
Oh yeah, so then the lockdown happened, and because he didn't want to annoy his neighbors, he couldn't dig for like several months. I thought he was going to get a lot of stuff done during lockdown, but he didn't get like any work done during lockdown because he had to start using heavy, like, loud equipment, but he didn't want to bug his neighbors.
Wait a second, what do you mean? Wait, is he building a tunnel to the bunker?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought this was a video of like him like building the... Oh, never mind then.
No, he's digging his way to the bunker.
Oh.
So yeah.
How does he know where he's going? Do you have like GPS or what?
He just, I guess, knows. He has a whole map, and I don't know.
But I'm kind of curious how you know if you're digging straight.
I mean, well, right now he just dug straight down.
Going down, I get that.
So in the
I don't know if you're digging.
So this is the next episode, and he this is when he starts to dig sideways.
To the bunker.
And so if we fast forward to the end, so yeah, he's like talking about how he's changed how he does this. And how dangerous it is digging. He can only dig like a half a meter at a time, and then he has to put these supports up.
How deep is he?
What?
How deep is he?
He's like at least... So like to the floor, it's probably 6 or 7 meters.
Meter. And that bothers his neighbors?
I guess, but look at this. So here's the top up here. And then here's probably a meter or two. Then it gets down to the actual like tunnel.
Kind of curious though. Maybe it's really loud. Because I mean, you're underground. I was just kind of curious why that made so much noise for his neighbor.
I think he's just making a big deal about it. Anyways, so then he does.
I mean, he could have asked. He could have, made a whole bunch of noise one day, and went to his neighbors and be like, was I a problem to you? If not, I mean, it's not a big deal. I
think he's just doing it as a joke.
Oh.
So that, because, like, obviously he could just go in with, like, actual, like, excavating equipment and be done in, like, a month.
Yeah.
So, anyways, so then he's got this, so, like, this whole section here took him, like, several months to dig.
Oh, really?
Like, this part with the solid steel top took him, like, several months to dig. This part over here is already, like, 2 meters, and it took him, like, a meter, and it took him, like, 2 weeks. So he's, like, he's getting faster at it. Yeah, so here's the, so that's the old section. That's the new section back there.
Do you need to pump air down there, though?
No, I don't think so.
How deep is it when you need to start pumping air?
I don't know. He was making a joke, though. He brought this fake canary in a cage and said, in case we hit toxic gas.
Oh.
But he's not that deep. This is like your basement.
Hmm?
This is like a deeper basement, or like a second layer under an underground parking garage. And this is, and he knows just about where he is above ground. That's what he was showing earlier. So, anyways, but like he's doing all of this by hand and stuff. Like he obviously has like a hydraulic jack he uses.
What is his channel name?
Oh yeah, then here's the tunnel here's a bunker. I don't remember what it's. Colin Furs.
Furs?
Colin, COLINFURZE. He does have a lot of really cool stuff. He does.
Is that his latest video?
I don't know. I don't not subscribe. This was from July 8th.
It's fairly recent, yeah.
It is fairly recent, yeah. So anyway.
So he doesn't show them connecting yet.
No, but that's the next episode. I think they're gonna do that. Because I think he has to start from inside the bunker on the next to connect them. I think that's his plan. Instead of digging up to the bunker. That's what he said. He said like this longer section here that he's standing in, he had to stop and start working on the other end.
Why?
Because I think he's like, this is as far as I can go before connecting up with the bunker. I think actually his next plan is to fill this with concrete.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be like a tunnel within inside a tunnel. That's his plan.
What?
Yeah, he's gonna. So like this is just like the outside of the tunnel, and then he's gonna build a second tunnel inside of it, but it's gonna be concrete walls.
Oh.
I don't understand. I mean, it is safer, so I don't blame him. So. Anyways, so this just reminds me, as a kid, every kid has wanted to dig a tunnel in their backyard.
Yeah.
Right? Didn't you want to do this?
Mm-hmm.
I tried to do it one time. Grabbed my dad's spade, asked him where's the best place I can dig. I only went like a foot or two, and the hole was probably only like this big. That went about a foot down or two. I didn't go very far.
So the time capsule is the deepest hole you've dug.
Well, besides maybe like a pet grave that I've helped my dad.
A tree. Oh, when you dug the tree hole.
Right.
That's fairly deep.
Yeah. Well, anyways, all of those prove how long.
Well, the tree hole had to be like 4 feet, right? Otherwise, it'll die of freezing.
Maybe. I don't remember.
I think 40 inches is what they recommend in Nebraska. Otherwise, it'll die because it'll freeze. The ground freezes like 40 inches or something.
Well, you can only dig it so deep because you have to keep that ball at where the tree gets grafted. You have to keep that above ground. You can't go any deeper. Then that will allow you. So.
Oh.
Otherwise, you'll kill the tree.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of putting posts in the ground. The tree's roots will go deeper. I'm sorry. No, I was thinking about when you put a post in the ground.
I have
you want to go 40 inches.
A post hole by hand that deep.
You've never done it? Oh, I have.
By hand. We always get an auger from a skid steer because we're always going.
I didn't. You know the basketball hoop in the driveway?
Yeah.
Me and my dad dug that by hand.
Well, yeah, but that's one hole, and it probably took you all day.
Oh, it did. Well, actually, I think it was over the span of 2 days.
Yeah.
I think we spent all because it had to be like 48 inches.
Yeah.
It was a deep hole.
We had to dig like 6-foot holes for these fence posts. And
is that by hand or auger?
We used an auger on a skid loader.
Oh. Yeah, but no, we had
to dig like 100 of them. We weren't going to get that done anytime soon.
Oh.
Not 100, but like more than 20.
Listen.
That would have taken.
Yeah, no, it took all day, and then I think the morning of the second day we finished. We decided to call it because we were close enough. Well, I think we did actually hit 48 inches, and then we got a whole bunch of concrete to fill it up, and we put rebar in there. And then
digging is hard work.
And then it had to sit for like 3 weeks so it could cure.
Yeah. Digging is hard work. Like, if you're trying
maybe it wasn't 3 weeks. It was a while, though.
I mean, if you're trying to dig fast, like we were that day for the time capsule, and it was partially frozen, that doesn't help. And we're digging through tree roots. This guy, I don't think he ever hit one single tree root. Lucky him. But, yeah. Digging a hole like he did, I don't think...
And he probably doesn't have trees in his backyard. Or maybe he has one and he just avoided it.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't see a single tree root in this entire time lapse. So, I don't know how he managed that. Here, though...
He lives in a city. If he doesn't have a tree in his backyard, why would there be a root?
Well, there's like... It doesn't... You'd be surprised. We'll dig a hole out in the middle of the pasture and we'll hit a tree root. They're everywhere. At least here, anyways. Maybe in Great Britain, where this guy's from, the trees don't do that.
It's true.
I mean, it is a lot more of a wet climate there, so the trees don't need to have roots at the surface. Here, it's a bit more arid. And so trees probably need to have roots at the surface. Also, our trees are probably a lot older than the ones there. They're probably 100 plus years old, and those there are probably only 20, 30. Because at one point, every tree in the UK was chopped down.
What?
Mm-hmm. That's why they had to. That's why they had to find coal. What? Several hundred years ago.
Chopped down every tree in the UK?
Mm-hmm. Every oak tree, that is. There is not one single oak tree older than, like, a certain date. In the U.S., there's in certain places, there are no oak trees. That are older than a certain date because they were all chopped down by colonists. To be used for furniture. Anyways, I want to do this.
Is that so they can like build ships and stuff, or what?
I don't know. I'm assuming so, but yeah. I don't know. Anyways, I want to dig a hole like this.
Oh.
Could you? This is why I want us to get a house, because then we could get a house in the basement, bust a hole in the concrete, and dig a hole.
Yeah.
Or like out in the backyard, we build a shed that's enclosed and heated, and with a steel A-frame, so that we can have a.
I think it'd probably be easier to dig. Is it easier to dig from the ground down, and then just build your frame and then fill it in with dirt later?
What do you mean?
Like, when you dig your foundation for your house, right?
Mm-hmm.
You dig a hole, a big long hole that will become the tunnel. Then put in your concrete support beams and all that, and then fill in the hole with dirt on top of your concrete support.
Maybe.
So now you're not digging a tunnel, basically forming a tunnel that you're then going to fill in with dirt so it can become a tunnel. You follow?
Yes, that would probably be easier. It'd be a lot more. It would be easier, but it wouldn't.
Removing more dirt, yes.
It's not as
But
fun.
it seems like it'd be easier to remove more dirt from the top than from the side.
But it's not as fun.
It's not fun to have a huge ass hole in your backyard.
I want to no, but see, I don't want to dig a tunnel. I want to dig just straight down.
Alright, fine. Well, you dig the hole. You can dig the whole hole, and then we'll go back in and fill it up.
No. I want to dig I want to dig like the borehole in Russia that got down like 3 miles. Now, obviously, we're not going to dig that far, but like I want to just dig as far as we can.
Before you no longer own the land beneath it.
Pretty much. And mineral rights in Nebraska are a little.
Because see, that's the thing. Eventually, if you dig deep enough, you'll be cutting into your neighbor's territory. Because you think about it, the lines go radially inward to the center.
I mean, who's gonna care?
My point is that, next thing you know, your hole is the side of the city, is the bottom layer covers the entire area of the city block. I don't know how deep you need to reach to get that to that point.
Right.
You need a pretty substantial hole, but you have now invaded into the property of the entire city block.
How deep would you have to go before that happens?
I mean, radially inward lines. I mean, considering the size of the Earth, pretty substantially deep.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think it's that big of a deal. What I think what I would do is that, so like you have your shed, right? I mean, unless we build a shed specifically for digging the hole, we might build the shed, dig down, build another like enclosure, but like pretty far deep down, and build a hole. But then we build the hole. So like we have the shed, we dig a tunnel down, and then we build another a basement essentially, but like not, but pretty far down below the surface. Probably 5-6 meters. Build a place, and then we off-center the hole, and we dig down a different spot. That way, we don't have to worry about. That way, we can like. It just would, so that way you're not like having to go. You don't have to climb down the same hole to get to your wench, if that makes sense. Like your wench isn't. How do I explain this? Your wench is over just the dig hole, not also the entrance hole. It's not the same spot, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's what I think we would do. And I would think you would want to build one of these little huts every 6 meters or so. It'd be a lot of work, and I don't think you'd ever get that deep to do like a third one. You might be able to pull off a second one, but a third one in your lifetime without like just every single day using explosives and stuff. Just I'm really curious because like obviously he hit limestone really quickly. I'm curious to see what the depth of soil here is in Nebraska, because I think it's deeper than that.
Limestone?
Before we hit limestone, I think it's a lot deeper. I think we have to go a long ways, and I don't even know. Maybe you might not even hit limestone. You might hit granite. Who knows what kind of rock you'll hit? Probably limestone, but I have no idea. I don't know what's down there. What's down there? That is the question. I want to find out.
Dirt, and more dirt, and then some rock.
But what rock? I want to know.
Rock.
I want to do this. I want to get it.
The kind you don't eat.
I want to dig a hole straight down.
You eat limestone?
Do you what?
You eat limestone?
No, you don't eat limestone. You use it for
So it's not like
a
charcoal.
pH balancer.
Limestone's not like charcoal.
No,
You can't just have like a little smackerel.
you can't just eat
Or a snack.
limestone. It'll react with your stomach acid. I'll tell you that much.
Will it be satisfying?
I know. Don't eat limestone, kids. Okay? Don't. You can eat charcoal. I wouldn't recommend you eat charcoal, but don't eat
I would.
limestone.
I would highly recommend. Gotta get your carbon intake for the day.
It's calcium that's in the limestone.
You gotta get. So if you eat. So limestone's good for your teeth.
Oh, yeah. No, that's we need fluoride.
Your dentist will be thrilled to hear you eating limestone.
What happened to your teeth? Oh, I was eating limestone. You were eating what now?
Man, look how white and shiny they are. Or at least what's left of them.
Yeah, that's what your teeth will look like.
At least what's left of them. Or maybe you could just powder it down, mix it in with your food.
I mean, I guess at that point, but you're gonna make your stomach.
Limestone brownies. Mmm.
Oh my god. You're gonna make your stomach acid too basic, and you won't be able to digest food.
Not in large quantities. I mean, I don't know how much limestone you need to reach your daily intake, but I mean, it's probably not that high.
Well, okay, yeah, 1 Tums is probably enough.
Yeah. 1 tub is probably enough.
No, Tums.
Oh, Tums.
Not a tub, like a bathtub.
A tub. 1 bathtub of limestone is enough.
Oh my god, could you imagine 1 bathtub of powderized limestone? Why do you want to eat limestone? That's the question and the problem here. Why do you want to eat limestone? Is that charcoal?
My mouth is already. My mouth is already starting to salivate thinking about limestone.
No, it's thinking about how dry it's going to be, so it's producing extra.
Well, I'm not going to drink it I'm not going to eat it without a beverage.
You know what? Balance it out.
I'm not crazy.
Hydrochloric acid.
I'm not crazy. I'm going to have a beverage to go with it.
You know what? Balance it out with a dilute solution of hydrochloric acid.
Oral antimonic.
Yes. Literally make the pH of your stomach so low that the mucus that your body generates will not be enough, and it will just spill out into your guts, killing you within a matter of minutes. Sounds like a great idea. The worst case of heartburn ever.
It just depends how basic your stomach is. Can it neutralize it?
Okay.
I mean, there's some pretty damn basic white girls out there that could probably neutralize that stuff, but I'm not one of them.
Oh, well, I should hope not. Phil, are you telling us you're a white girl, which would make you a trans lesbian?
Would you say a trans lesbian?
Yes, sir. Pre-op.
Is that how that works?
It's not how that works. I was telling somebody at work the other day, yeah, I'm a pre-op trans lesbian. They're like, so straight. With extra steps. Yes, straight with extra steps. I feel as if I'm a woman trapped in a man's body, but I'm still attracted to women. That's pre-op trans. That's pre-op trans lesbian.
Pre-op trans lesbian. So you're on the verge of becoming a lesbian.
Yeah. Well, no, you identify
So you're not there yet.
as a woman. So, therefore, you would be a lesbian and identify as a woman. But you're not physically a woman.
Right. Identify as one.
You identify as one, but you're not physically a woman. In the eyes of everybody, you're a woman. But in the eyes of biology, you're a man still. I mean, you're still gonna look like a guy. All right.
I don't know.
Unless you decide.
They make some pretty convincing wigs.
I mean, yeah, but you're not gonna have any boobs.
Let's get implants.
That's post-op.
Oh.
I mean, that's just one part of the operation.
Hey, so what?
Next
You're just a woman with
requires them to cut your nuts.
Oh, what? You're just as flat as a pancake. Big deal. Get over it.
The implants isn't the part of the surgery that's the problem. It's the next
You're just
part.
mad because you can't even fit into an A cup.
Alrighty, that's enough of this podcast. We went from wanting to dig a hole to whatever. Point is,
You brought it up.
for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. New podcast every other Friday at 11 a.m. Central Time. And good night.